You may be seated.
I'm going to see it.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here to celebrate the marriage of Kristin and Brandon. Today, we recognize and honor the separate paths that brought them together and the relationship they have created over the past 10 years. And we help them begin their journey as a married couple. Brandon and Kristin are ready to spend the rest of their lives together as husband and wife and to publicly declare their intentions before you, their family and friends. This lifelong commitment will require communication, patience, and respect. As Kristin and Brandon exchange their vows, I'm asking them to be mindful of the many facets of true partnership and the lifetime of care, compromise, and teamwork that will ensure their marriage is resilient and enduring. Brandon and Kristin, your marriage will thrive when you think of each other as teammates, equally capable, and each possessing your own skills and talents. Your partnership will flourish when you choose to value the other for everything the other person is and for everything the other person is not. There's no limit to what you can accomplish together when you trust each other, listen carefully to each other, plan your future together, and creatively resolve issues in partnership. Relationships, family, and marriage are at the core of every community. Secure and stable married partners rely on the support of trusted family and community members. Kristin and Brandon have asked you all here today to witness and support their marriage. Will all of you, gathered here as members of their community, pledge to continue to love, inspire, and comfort Brandon and Kristin and encourage them in their marriage? If so, please respond with, I do.
I do.
Kristin and Brandon are honored and delighted that you are all here to share in their happiness. At this time, they thought it appropriate to observe a moment of silence to remember, with thankfulness and love, those who are no longer with us. We know that those loved ones are here in spirit and that they will always be in our hearts. Thank you. Being true to themselves, Brandon and Kristin apparently discussed whether Dakota, Harley, Bear, and Lola would join us here today. The dogs are at home, but even in their absence, they remind us that support comes not only from our human friends and family members, but also from our animal companions. We can learn so much from them. In keeping with that theme, the first reading Kristin and Brandon have selected is a poem by Taylor Molly, How Falling in Love is Like Owning a Dog. The bride's friend, Dana Swindeman, will recite that poem for us.
First of all, it's a big responsibility, owning a dog or falling in love. So think long and hard before deciding on love. On the other hand, love gives you a sense of security. When you're walking down the street late at night and you have a leash on love, nobody's going to mess with you. Because crooks and muggers think love is unpredictable. Who knows what love could do in its own defense? On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you and lives and breathes and makes funny noises. Love wakes you up at all hours of the night with its needs. It needs to be fed so it will grow and stay healthy. Love doesn't like to be left alone for long, but come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for long. Is love good all the time? No. Love can be bad. Love makes messes. Love leaves you little surprises here and there. Love needs lots of cleaning up after. Sometimes you just want to get love fixed. Sometimes you want to roll up a piece of newspaper and swat love on the nose, not so much to cause pain, just to let love know, don't you ever do that again. Sometimes love just wants to go out for a nice long walk, because love loves exercise. It will run you around the block and leave you panting, breathless, pull you in different directions at once, or wind itself all round and around you until you're all wound up and you cannot move. Throw things away and love will bring them back, again and again and again. But most of all, love needs love, lots of it, and in return, love loves you and never stops.
The second reading Brandon and Kristin have selected will sit well with those of us of a certain age here today. 2016 Nobel Prize winner Bob Dylan wrote, Make You Feel My Love in 1997. Persons of a slightly younger age might recall that Adele performed an amazing cover of this song in 2008. The groom's sister, Jackie Haig, will share the lyrics of Make You Feel My Love.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made up your mind yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. And oh, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love.
Thank you, Dana and Jackie, for sharing those beautifully appropriate selections. Ooh, we're getting to the good part. As I guide you in exchanging your vows, you, Kristin, and you, Brandon, will be publicly declaring your intentions to begin your lasting partnership in love and marriage. Are you prepared to do this? If so, please answer, we are.
We are.
That's good. Please face each other and join hands.
1 second. Just stepping on your dress.
Brandon, take a deep breath and get ready to make the most important promises of your life. Do you take Kristin Lee Cantala to be your wife? Do you promise that from this day forward you will regard her as your equal partner and your closest friend? Do you promise to comfort her in sickness and in health and to show your faithful commitment to her through love, laughter, and compassion? If you so promise, please answer, I do.
I do.
Kristin, take a deep breath and get ready to make the most important promises of your life. Do you take Brandon Dean Haig to be your husband? Do you promise that from this day forward you will regard him as your equal partner and your closest friend? Do you promise to comfort him in sickness and in health and to show your faithful commitment to him through love, laughter, and compassion? If you so promise, please answer, I do.
I do.
Whew. Kristin and Brandon have chosen to symbolize the union of their two families and the beginning of their married lives together by completing a sand pouring ceremony. Let's walk this way. The large glass contains rocks and pebbles from the Athabasca and Bow Rivers in Alberta, Canada. These rocks and pebbles symbolize the foundation of their relationship. That foundation includes their families, their friends, their pets, their separate and shared histories, and the paths that led to the people they are today. The foundation, which represents their lives to this point, will support them as they continue to love each other and as they change together in marriage. The commitment that Brandon and Kristin are making to join their families and lives together is symbolized through the pouring of 2 smaller jars of sand onto the foundation. Kristin's jar of sand, go ahead and pick it up, represents her love of travel. Her sand is from Calilock Beach in Olympic National Park. Brandon's jar of sand represents his love of boating and being on the water. His sand is from the shoreline of Lake Elmo, right over there. Like their individual jars of sand, Kristin and Brandon each have unique qualities, vulnerabilities, and histories. Go ahead. As individuals, they are already wonderful people. When the two of them are blended together, as they're now combining their sands, the result is even more magnificent. Their strengths will blossom, their vulnerabilities will be cared for, and their future is filled with amazing potential. As Brandon and Kristin have poured and mixed their individual jars of sand into the larger glass, they've symbolically blended their separate lives and families into a new, larger, and deeply allied family. As they start their journey in marriage, we wish for them to be loving and strong as husband and wife, and as inseparable as these intermingled grains of sand. Chris, do you have the rings? Chris is going to stand up. And we were going to pass the rings, but we decided, given the current situation, that everybody will warm their rings by just throwing a wish, a blessing, a prayer for their marriage in the direction of their rings. Wedding rings symbolize the everlasting love that married partners share, their faithfulness to each other, and the strength of their commitment to their partnership. Wedding rings represent an agreement between two parties to cherish one another. And the circular shape, with no beginning or end, represents the never-ending nature of the agreement. Before they exchanged their rings, Kristin and Brandon invited you to warm their rings. You offered a simple and silent wish, blessing, or prayer for their marriage. When they exchange their rings, the rings are now filled with the many wishes and hopes that you, their family and friends, have for their marriage. Time for the ring exchange. Are you comfortable here? Or do you want to move back?
Better get a picture of that.
Let's move back. We'll pause.
It doesn't seem
there, you can
hold.
All right.
All right, we got it.
Okay. Okay. Will you face each other once again? Good anticipation. Brandon, please place Kristin's rings on the fourth finger of her left hand and repeat after me. I offer you these rings
After you these rings
to wear as symbols
to wear as symbols
of our unbreakable bond.
of our unbreakable bond.
I'm always with you,
I'm always with you,
behind you,
behind you,
and by your side.
and by your side.
That's it. A little sweaty.
Kristin, going with the gold one? All right. Place Brandon's ring on the fourth finger of his left hand and repeat after me. I offer you this ring
I offer you this ring
to wear as a symbol
to wear as a symbol
of our unbreakable bond.
of our unbreakable bond.
I'm always with you,
I'm always with you,
behind you,
behind you,
and by your side.
and by your side.
Awesome. By the power vested in me by the state of Minnesota and before God and your family and friends, I am honored to welcome you to your happily ever after. It is with great pleasure that I declare you bonded for life. You may share your first married kiss. Congratulations. I'm happy to present to everyone the newly married Brandon and Kristin Hay. Very good. Excellent. Right. You guys are exiting that way. We'll give them a moment. And everyone is invited to the Nordic Center for refreshments. Please try not to get lost along the way. Did you help celebrate?
I brought Kleenexes.
Was there no like exit music?
I did not.
Just paper
Did you
towel
shake
inside.
yourself?